Well, music for sure, definitely. It could be music, it could be even like drugs and different things like that, because you're opening up that portal. You're opening up for yourself to be affected by that. Like even just listening to negative songs, watching negative movies, they're all doorways. And even social media as well, that's also a huge doorway for me, because you're just allowing all that to come inside of you, all the negativity. And don't get me wrong, there is positivity in social media, but there's also negative things as well. So kids are being influenced by that, and I think that's what's really leading them to be lost and leading them to suicide.
Yeah. It's interesting. There's something called like herd mentality, right?
Mhm.
Where if the herd is all going in one direction, it's almost like for some reason, I'm imagining Lion King, right?
Yes.
When all the herd was coming, they're all going in one direction. There was no stopping them. Even when the father fell into like, it didn't matter. They were all going in one direction. And that's where it feels like all the sheep are like running off the cliff right now. And
Mhm.
now you're being infiltrated to like stand up on that rock and be like, no, like don't go that way.
Mhm.
How do you utilize your light? How do you utilize your voice in order to help like be that space for people to say and recognize, okay, this is something different. I've never heard this message before. Maybe it's from a faith lens, or maybe it's just from a motivation lens. How are you actually showing up?
Well, I do love to do YouTube videos. That's like, I just love making them. And also, I do things on Instagram as well, because it's just I don't know how to explain it, but I really just enjoy doing it. I do, I make things with graphic design, like different flyers and everything, just to draw the youth's attention. And yeah, so I use social media.
I love that. I love that. And this is like the creative spirit, right? And I
Yeah.
think people, they hinder themselves from actually standing in purpose because they feel like, why would I do that? Or what is that actually going to serve? Or who am I actually going to touch? But you have hundreds and hundreds of followers across multiple platforms. And so, how do you just continue, even not really worried about the likes or the followers? What like motivates you every single day to keep going?
God, God, and God. You know,
Ha.
he's really the only one who really motivates me to do it. And just with him, I'm able to do all things. Because sometimes it can be hard. Sometimes I'm like, okay, I'm done. I'm ready to stop. I'm tired. But it's like, no, it's a sacrifice. I opened my mouth. I said yes, because that's all it takes. It's a willingness. So I'm like, okay, I'll do it, God. It's for you and it's for your people. So I'll go ahead and do it.
Oh my gosh, you guys heard that? You heard that out of the mouths of babes, right? The truth is dropped. And it's that knowing that so many times when we're called out of the boat, as Peter was, we just sit there and like, did you really say that? Do I have to go? Is that my only option? And God just like, get up. I already told you what to do. And so understanding purpose and understanding how it's connected to passion and the Lord's work at such a young age feels like, I don't know if you realize the gift that it is, because I had one of those midlife, I call them a quarter life because I'm not midlife yet. It happened when I was 29, where I was just totally rug swept out from underneath me because the boulder that God threw my way, I finally had no choice but to respond and to get out of the boat and not stay in a place of comfort. So how can you help other people just through your message to recognize that sometimes it's the uncomfortable places that God can actually utilize you, and it is against that herd? Like you're going to look different than everybody else. How do you walk in confidence with that?